Good morning, class. So glad you're here today. Let's do our welcome song. Stand up. Let's hear it nice and loud. Oh, rise and shine and welcome to Lab today. Rise and shine and welcome to Lab today. Rise and shine and welcome to Lab today. We're so glad you're here. Oh, rise and shine and welcome to Lab today. Rise and shine and welcome to Lab today. Rise and shine and welcome to Lab today. We're so glad you're here. Welcome today. Okay, have you been remembering to wash your hands? I hope so. When are we supposed to be washing our hands? Yes, after we go to the bathroom, before we eat. If we get them really dirty, then yes, we wash our hands, right? How does that song go? Wet, wet, wet your hands and get some soap, hooray. Scrub, scrub, scrub your hands and wash those germs away. Right, good. Okay, and how else are we able to stay healthy? Oh, I heard someone say, yes, bedtime. We want to make sure that we get good sleep at night. That's true. What else? Yes, exercise. We want to be able to be active, play outside, go to the park, maybe play sports, whatever it is, but we just want to be able to exercise our muscles and run around. It's good for us. And then, what else? Fruits and vegetables help us to grow strong, get taller, stronger, yes. And we also want to remember to get our sugar bugs off of our teeth, those germs, and get washed when it's time to take our baths. We get washed because we want to be clean and get rid of germs. So those are all ways that we can stay healthy, huh? Do you guys remember what the star is? If we want to be a star, how do we do that? It's a way to stay calm. Do you remember? S stands for stop. T is take a deep breath. A is A. And R is relax. So if we're getting super frustrated, if somebody is bugging us or making us mad or they're hurting us in some way, then instead of getting really mad, then we stop, take a deep breath, and relax. Then we can think clearly and then use our big voice. We want to be able to tell people, remember what words have power? Our words do, right? Stop, I don't like that. Those are important to be able to say to people. We don't want to just get mad and sad and keep it inside. We need to be able to stand up and say, stop, I don't like that. Please don't do that, right? So we want to be able to be calm, caterpillar calm, and use our big voice. Let's do our self-control song. Are you ready? Self-control, you gotta use a little self-control. You are the boss of what you do and say. Try self-control today.
Yeah, what a good idea.
When I turn on the TV, cause I wanna be watching cartoons, but there's nothing but a golf show. Those baboons.
I was
Self-control,
Oh, yeah.
you gotta use a little self-control. You are the boss of what you do and say. Try self-control today. When I sit down to dinner and a pizza would make me feel glad, but my plate is full of eggplants, I get so mad at my mom. Self-control, you gotta use a little self-control. You are the boss of what you do and say. Try self-control today.
And tomorrow.
When I get done with my puzzle and little brother trips over his shoes, and he falls right in the middle. That's when I lose my temper. Self-control. You gotta use a little self-control. You are the boss of what you do and say. Try self-control today. You gotta use a little self-control. You are the boss of what you do and say. Try self-control today. Self-control. You gotta use a little self-control. You are the boss of what you do and say. Try self-control today. And if your mom says, oh, it's time to clean up your room, or I need you to help me with these dishes, or I want you to sweep this little part of the floor, if she asks you to do something, then do we say, oh, I cannot, I cannot, I cannot? No, we don't say I can't. We say, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. We can do hard things. We can do hard things, can't we? So if we tell ourselves that we can do it, we can. You can do anything you put your mind to. Okay, now we've been studying the 5 senses, haven't we? Let's do our 5 senses song. Are you ready? I have 5 senses that I use. They help me learn each day. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. I use them every day. My 5 senses help me learn. They're pathways to my brain. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. They're pathways to my brain. Now let's play a little game. How many senses can you name? 5 senses you can name. You did it! Awesome! Good job! Okay, well, we've learned about seeing. If we can't see very good, what do we use? Glasses. And if we can't see at all, then we're blind, aren't we? And we use a, what's that stick called? A white stick or a long stick? And that helps us to be able to get around and guide us, right? And then how do we use our fingers to read? What is that called? Braille. Braille has the bumps that we can touch and feel the letters instead of having to see the letters with our eyes. And then hearing, if I can't hear so good, then what do I need to use? A hearing aid. That's right, that will help me. But if I can't hear at all, then what do I need? Sign language. Sign language, that's right. Okay, let's see if you can beat me, okay? If I say, show me sign language for blue. Can you do sign language for blue? Blue. Show me sign language for red. 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 Did you beat me? What about sign language for yellow? Yellow, do you remember that one? Yellow, did you beat me? What about for orange? Orange. Can you do it before me? Orange. What about for purple? Purple. Purple. What about for pink? Pink. What about for brown? Do you know it? Do you remember brown? Brown? Sliding down my face. Good. And what if I said, I am grumpy? Grumpy, do you remember that one? Oh, some of you got it. Grumpy, grumpy. What if I said, I'm so excited, excited, excited. Did you get it? What about if I said, oh, I feel so silly, silly. How do you do it? Silly, silly. Did you beat me? What about if I said, I was so surprised, surprised. Did you get it before me? What if I said, I love you, I love you? Yes, like we're hugging somebody that we love. What if I said, I feel sick today? Do you remember that one? Do you remember? Oh, I feel sick. Forehead and tummy, oh. Yeah. Good. And smelling, how do we smell things? The scent goes up into our nose, huh? And those nerves send a message to our brain. That's right. And how do we taste? What are those bumps on our tongue called? Taste buds. The taste buds have nerves that tell us if things are salty or sweet or sour or bitter. That's where our taste buds help us. What about, who has more taste buds? You or the adults, your parents, your mom and dad? Yes, you have more taste buds. You can taste better when you're younger. And with touch, what are the areas on our body that are the most sensitive, that have those nerves that are really grouped together that we can feel the most? What parts of our body have that? The tip of our nose. What else? Our tongue. And our fingers, right? Our fingertips. Now today, we are talking about farms and farm animals. Let's see. If you went to go visit a farm, what would you see on the farm? What could you see? Let's say that this farm grows crops and it has animals. You could see chickens pecking in their hen house, in their chicken coop. You might see a farmer out working. You might see a tractor. Maybe the farmer is driving a tractor, or maybe it's sitting still. You might see pigs laying in the mud. You might see cows out, standing around in the field, chewing grass, chewing hay. You might see animal pens, other animals in them. You might see a horse swatting his tail, swatting flies away. You might see crops that have been growing. You might see a chick hatching. You might see new baby animals being born. And maybe you would see sheep that are sitting around and laying around or eating. Lots of different things to see. What would you hear on a farm? What could you hear? If you got close enough, maybe you could hear a tractor, or maybe you could hear the sprinklers that are shooting water out on the crops. What about a rooster crowing in the morning? What about a cow mooing? You would hear animal sounds, wouldn't you? Maybe a pig snorting, or a horse neighing, or goats and sheep baying, maybe. What would you smell on a farm? That sweet smell of hay, or maybe right after wheat is harvested, or whatever crop they're growing is harvested, that you would be able to smell that. Fresh grain, maybe. You maybe would be able to smell animals, their fur, Sometimes that doesn't smell so good, does it? Or animal poop. Pretty stinky, actually. Not so good at smelling that stuff. Fresh crops and plants smell really good, though. What could you taste on a farm? You could have fresh bread, maybe fresh milk to drink. Maybe they grew strawberries or corn or yummy vegetables in their garden, and that was something that you could taste. Maybe they grew grapes. Sometimes if it's really dusty out on those dirt roads, you could taste the dirt, the dust, huh? Not as good. What would you touch on a farm? If I were feeding the chickens, I would grab chicken feed out and throw it out, and I'd be feeling all of that grain. I would be feeling a cow. If I were milking the cow, that would be feeling, squeezing the milk out. Would I be able to feel the wheel of a tractor if I was steering in the field? Would I be able to touch the vegetables if they're ready to be picked and harvested from the garden? Would I be able to pet a horse or pet a sheep or a goat? What about, could I feel the eggs if I'm collecting eggs? That smooth, hard shell? Yes. Would I be able to feel the weeds if I was pulling the weeds? Yes, I would. Okay, let's sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Are you ready? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a horse, E-I-E-I-O, with a neigh-neigh here and a neigh-neigh there. Here a neigh, there a neigh, everywhere a neigh-neigh. A moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with a here and a there, here, there, everywhere. Old MacDonald had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with a neigh-neigh here and a neigh-neigh there. Here a neigh, there a neigh, everywhere a neigh-neigh. A moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a chicken, E-I-E-I-O, with a bok-bok here and a bok-bok there. Here a bok, there a bok, everywhere a bok-bok. A here and a there, here, there, everywhere. Those snorts are hard. A neigh-neigh here and a neigh-neigh there. Here a neigh, there a neigh, everywhere a neigh-neigh. A moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Oh, good job. You could try doing it with a duck, maybe with a sheep. There are other things that you can see on Old MacDonald's farm too, can't you? Okay, this book is called Cock-a-Doodle-Hoo. This is by Mick Manning. One stormy night, an owl walked into a farmyard. He was cold, lost and lonely with no place to go, so he squeezed through a hole in a shed. It was warm and cozy in there, and he fell fast asleep. In the morning, Owl woke to a nip and a pinch. He heard clucking and squawking. He was surrounded by bony feet and beady eyes. He was in a hen house. He's no hen, he's no rooster. We need a rooster. What a shame. We could give him a try. Hoo! He's like, what have I gotten myself into? Can he peck like a rooster? Said one bossy hen. Owl tried to peck. The hens awarded him no points for pecking. Can he scratch like a rooster? Owl tried to scratch. No points for scratching. Can he cock-a-doodle-doo like a rooster? Owl tried to cock-a-doodle-doo. No points for cock-a-doodling. What a clown, what a loser, he'll have to go, said the hens. Hoo, hoo, cried Owl sadly. He liked the warm, cozy hen house and the yard dappled with spring sunshine. The speckled hen put her bony wings around him. I'll teach you to be a rooster, she clucked. And she did. Owl learned how to march up and down, guard the hen house, and puff out his feathers. He was doing very well until the other hens said, try a cock-a-doodle-doo. Owl tried very hard. He tried his best, but he was just an owl after all, and he just hooted like an owl. Hoo, hoo. The other hens were not impressed. Goggle eyes, a rooster must cock-a-doodle. All he does is hoot. What sort of an egg did you hatch out of? A square one? Owl got cross. That means he was grumpy now. He'd had enough. He was hungry and he was fed up with the silly hens, so he said, I'm an owl, not a fowl. Owls aren't hens. We hoot in the moonlight. We don't peck corn. We catch. Rats! Squawked a hen peering into the hen house. A rat! A rat is in our hen house. The rat was stealing eggs, eating corn, chasing chicks. When Owl heard this, he pricked up his ear tufts. He flexed his sharp claws and stretched out his soft wings. Then silently, as a floating feather, he flew across the hen house. Snip, snap, he caught the rat and gobbled it up. The rat was tasty and delicious, and the hens were speechless. They fussed around Owl in a flurry of feathers and clucks. And Owl puffed out his chest with a swagger and shouted, cock-a-doodle-hoo! Our very own special rooster, they said. Our beautiful goggle-eyed rooster. Our hero, our rat-catching owl. And he stayed with them. The end. Okay, this is our new number. Can you tell what this is? A 6. This is what a 6 looks like. So let's count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the order that it goes. Let's add them to our other ones and let's see if we can remember them not in order too. 5. What is it? 2. What's this one? 3. Our new one, what is this? 6. 1, 4, and back to 5. Okay, let's count to 20 this time, okay? And be careful on the teens. It's hard to get those straight, so we're gonna count to 20. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bet you did that pretty good with me. Okay, be careful on these next ones. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Okay, today I have this cow dice page. And this is a fun one. I want you to find a dice. Maybe you have a game that you can borrow it out of, but you're gonna roll your dice. Let's say you roll a 1. If I rolled a 1, I'm gonna find all of the areas that have a 1, and I'm gonna color all those areas with a 1. I'm not gonna just color the number 1, I'm gonna color that whole area. And then I'm gonna roll again. And I'm gonna keep rolling until I have all of my cow colored. And I've rolled all of the numbers 1 through 6. So this is our cow dice game. We also have a little math page. It says, how many animals? Draw a line to the right number. So at the farm, there's all these different farm animals, and you want to draw the number of animals, connect it with the actual number. So if I have the number 1, I want to find the rectangle that has the animal that has just one animal in it, and draw a line to that, okay? And then we also have a fun coloring page if you'd like to for on the farm. You're doing so great. Don't forget also to practice your name. Trace it, try it, trace it, try it. Do it one time on this side. And then also do your letter parts one time. Tracing on the top and trying on the bottom. You're doing awesome. Everybody say, I work hard. I work hard. Say, I am awesome. I am awesome. See you next time.